Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com, and quick news update for you guys on Disney going back and changing the post-credit scene in WandaVision. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Recently, Disney have gone back and changed the post-credit scene of WandaVision. Now, this was the end credit scene where we see Wanda sat by the lake. She's kind of surrounded with mountains, and you see her kind of having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea at the front. And then as we go into the back, we then see Scarlet Witch then reading the Book of the Damned, and then we suddenly hear kind of a scream of the children, and then that's kind of where it all ends up, and that's where it's going to be leading us into the brand new Doctor Strange 2 movie, which will be coming out in March 2022. And it definitely looks like we've had a little bit more of a connection with Doctor Strange, because there's been a few different changes to this scene. Now at first, there's very much noticeable difference in terms of the trees. There's a lot more of them. They've changed the colour palette. Now, in all honesty, if you were watching this for the very first time, you wouldn't know any differences, only because people have been comparing the images that we can see that it's been done. Now, a good reason for this is probably because they've been just finished filming Doctor Strange 2, and I suspect they might end up using this as a setup into the new movie, and they've kind of gone back, made it look more of how it looks in the movie. Then maybe they made some changes and they just want to tweak it. You know, they've done this in the past. Kind of one of the cool things that with kind of Disney Plus, they can go back and make changes if they need to. They mean sometimes it's for good, sometimes it's for bad. Remember with The Mandalorian, where they had to kind of go in and edit out a guy that you could see that was working on the show out of it. Now, obviously, if you were on physical purchases, if you brought them on a disc, you wouldn't have all this. They can't go back and change it. So this kind of falls in against it. Now, that was the one change. And that's definitely, I feel like, you know, more about maybe just trying to connect it up. Maybe they're going to be reusing that footage, as I said, for the upcoming Doctor Strange movie. Another little change that they have made is in the credit scene, they've now added the composer of the Doctor Strange music. And so by putting that in there, it's kind of connecting it up with the movie. And there's also a very strange little thing in this new post-credit scene where we see this like weird object coming in off the side as there's panning in. Now, there's a lot of speculation that this could be Doctor Strange. You know, he's coming in and, you know, but there's also a lot of speculation as well of like, no, this just looks like it could be a mistake and they didn't catch it and they might have to go back and change it. And we wouldn't be at all surprised if that gets edited out, because it just looks rather strange. You know, you can't see Doctor Strange coming in. It just looks like just this weird, like, weird looking thing. And it's very strange, very weird. Now, I definitely think they have gone back and obviously changed stuff. We've seen the footage to compare the two. But as far as Doctor Strange in it, I think that might be a bit of a stretch. I think they've just made this whole thing look a little bit more like the actual upcoming movie. But nevertheless, let me know what you think of all of this in the comments below. Do you think that's Doctor Strange floating in on the side, or is it just an error? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.